going to keep it real. This Mother's Day is a little tough for me this year. My parents have been going through a lot lately. So my verse today is Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And I struggled with this verse when I was younger because I didn't really understand what that meant. Like, does this mean like you have to hate your mom and dad and your brother and sister to love Jesus? And I think, as children, if you hear it, that might be the more literal interpretation. But what I realized is, if you don't love God, if you don't realize God's love in your life, if you don't fully experience God, there is no way that you can truly love your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, much less your neighbor, much less your enemy. And it occurred to me that sometimes it's really hard to love your mother or father. I'm going to be politically incorrect and admit that. And I realized that this year, for Lent, actually, the thing that I wanted to do during Lent was to show my mother great patience, because I don't have a very patient relationship with my mom. And I wanted to change that. I wanted to change the way in which we interact and the way in which I view her and appreciate her. And today, this Mother's Day, I was thinking, it's so hard because even our whole family can't celebrate together because of various reasons. So it's really just going to be me making dinner, and if anybody knows me, they know that that could be a possible disaster. And I want to show my mother great love today, but it is very difficult. And so I ask for your prayers today for the Mother's Day dinner that is going to happen later on, that there are no kitchen mishaps, that I keep all my fingers, that the Spirit reigns in my house despite everything that's going on, and I'm in the midst of a storm, and I don't really understand what's going on, but I do know one thing, that God is with me, that God loves me and my family, especially my mother, and that the one thing that hit me is that I don't really understand my mother. I don't know if anybody can claim that they do.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Thanks, Eloise.
Keep it real.
And my mother, I know, feels very misunderstood herself. And the one thing that I was so grateful for this week was I was able to point her to Psalm 139. And I was like, even if I can't understand you, God understands you. And I thank God for the strength to be able to encourage my mother in that way. And I thank God for what He's doing in my life and in the lives of everybody around me and in this church. I thank you for each and every one of you for being my family and being my port in the storm.
Amen.